Hey guys, welcome back to Amanda's Favorites, where I have new videos for you every Tuesday. Today's video is my monthly setup of my Planner Perfect books, my plan book, which I script in and journal in, and then the journal that comes in the subscription. I'll go over what came in the box this month in case you didn't see my unboxing on Instagram. This month I did a live unboxing of this on Instagram with my friend Tara over at Homeschool with Me on Instagram. And so we opened our box together and both shared our initial reactions. Usually Jenny at Planner Perfect shares an entire unboxing before your box comes, so if you want to watch it. And I personally always do. It doesn't ruin it for me. Like, I love to see her thoughts as the creator of all this artwork and love to hear her thoughts about what went into it that month. But this month she didn't have all the items in yet. And she shared them while I was on vacation, so I didn't even watch the full thing. But I think she just shared the plan books and maybe the washi. So we didn't see the stickers yet or the tip-in cards. And every month this video that I've been doing, well, I've only been doing it for the past 2 months, I have really enjoyed doing them and just chatting with you as I set up and decorate my books. Today we're gonna do something a little bit different. We're gonna do some pen testing on the Planner Perfect paper because I get that question a lot. So we're gonna do that before this video ends. And I wanna mention, if you're new to my channel, this video is one of my more personal videos. I don't even have my big Yeti mic out because it would kind of block me from being able to see to decorate well. I'm just doing this with a lapel mic, so my sound is not as good as normal. And like I said, it's just a more personal video. It's not one of my planner reviews or walkthroughs. Let's jump into this month's box. I received the full subscription box from Planner Perfect. That full box comes with your plan book for the month, your journal for the month, 4 sticker sheets, so 2 of each for the month. And all this artwork is Jenny's artwork. And so, you know, that's part of what you're paying for. You are getting someone's personal artwork. 12 tip-in cards, so 6 different ones, 2 of each. And as we're decorating, we'll kind of talk about what those cards are for. And then 3 different washies every month that usually it's 2 with her artwork and then 1 that's kind of a plain color, a plain one that goes with the artwork for that month. But this month we got 3 with her artwork, and I always stick those washies in the back of my plan book for the month just so I can remember what washies came with that month. So if you're new to Planner Perfect, I'm probably not going to repeat everything about the system and the box in this video because people would get bored of hearing it. I have a Planner 101 video here up on YouTube, and I will link that in the description. You can check that out if you're new and want to know, you know, all the offerings of Planner Perfect. She has many subscription box options, and that's her new artwork every month. But then she catalogs all her artwork on her site, and you can go in and purchase any of her previous artwork and make it into whatever box you want and put whatever print you want on the front. Well, not make it into whatever box you want, but make it into whatever month you want. Or if you just want a journal or if you want a recipe book, there are so many options on her site. I do have a one-time use 20% off code, Amanda20. So you can only use it once, but you can load up your card as much as you want. Many people like to choose their own plan books or journals, and they purchase for several months in advance. My 20% off does not work on her leather TNs. And at the end, we always go through, and this is the leather TN I chose for May, to go with May. And we will go through and pick my TN color for June. And Jenny is going to be releasing some new TN colors soon, which I'm really excited about. At least I know I want to get one of them. And so I'm very excited about that. But this is the Cocoa, and this is the one I picked for May. I do have some IGTVs that compare all the leathers that I have, and I will link those down below. And I have been wanting to get a complete leather review of all her leathers here up on YouTube, and I plan to do that very soon, as well as where I share the insides of all her books, because there's lots of options. If you're ordering on your own and not getting the subscription box, you can pick lined, graph paper, blank, dot grid. I did a video with all those different inside options, but it's only on IGTV, and I plan to put that in a YouTube video very soon with all the leathers. But until I get that up here on YouTube, which I do think I have it slated for June really soon. If not, it's July. I just can't remember right now. But I do have it on my actual calendar and it's coming really soon. Let's jump in these videos. I usually these are your sticker sheets that came this month. The theme is beach and travel, obviously. Her stickers are amazing quality and are all her artwork. And the tipping cards that come with your box, we'll just run through them really quick this month. I love this girl. I am in love with this girl, especially just coming back from Destin. That's very cute, capture every moment, but my favorite tip-in this month is the girl. Adventure, this one is very different from what she usually has. It looks like a travel sticker, and Tara pointed out in our live that it also looks like you could use it for a guy, and that's true. Because you can put these with little gifts, write a note on the back. They're very thick cardstock, so well made. Or you can stick them in a card for someone and leave them blank so that person can use it themselves, or stick it up on a bulletin board or a magnet board. Or you can use it as a tip-in in your planner to add in extra notes, and you tip it in, or you can tape it in. But that's why it's called a tip-in, because you can actually just tip it in. There's so many uses for these cute cards. The beach is calling. I love this mama because it doesn't look like a super young girl. You know, it looks like she could at least be in her 30s. So I like that about her. As I get older, I like to see myself, in artwork or pictures that I see, and not always see the real young looking, beautiful ladies. But, I feel like I've left that. Always take the scenic route. She said she had a lot of requests to do a Jeep. So she specifically did it this month because there is a Planner Perfect fans group over on Facebook. I hardly go there because I just don't get on Facebook, but it is, I've heard and I've checked it out some. It's a really wonderful, supportive group if you have any Planner Perfect questions. And my friend Tara is a moderator there, so you'll see her in there a lot. Check out that group. Go there with questions, or, if you just need ideas. Those ladies are so helpful, and they will always jump in and answer your questions. But I'm happy to answer any questions also if you leave them here in the comments. I would love to help you out. Or if you just have any comments or thoughts, I would love to hear those too. And her son, Jenny's son, drew this Jeep. I love that she's included some of his artwork. And I really like the green with the yellow. Well, that's not a Jeep, van. I meant van. But my very favorite one is the beach gal. Oh my goodness, because that looks like it could be Destin. And that's just where I was. And so I pulled out clips that I want to use this month. This is an Ollie clip. You can buy it from the Ollie Block store on Etsy. But this one just looks like it goes with ocean. And this one, Tara gifted me out of one of her Planner MV subscription boxes. And those just go together. So besides the washi for this month, I pulled out some washies. Like these two were from Jenny's box last year. So a way to collect, a lot of amazing washies is also to subscribe to her box. She also has a subscription box where you can just get the accessories. You can just get the washi, tip-ins, and stickers. So if you don't need any of the plan books or journals. So I think it's cool that she has a lot of different subscription options. And then this was one of Jenny's lemons. I thought that could go for this month. And these colors, I just thought they might go for this month. So I grabbed them out. And then I have some stickers that were gifted me from Tara for May of the Planner MV subscription box, but I had already decorated my whole book for May before Tara gave me these, and I think they go with a lot of June colors, and I think I can use a few of these in June. I will probably end up saving some for next spring too, because they really look beautiful for Mother's Day, but I think I will stick some in this book for June. Let's jump in and we'll talk while we go, and maybe I'll zoom in a little bit more, but I don't want to cut you guys off when I turn the book. I just usually start out, and I have cut out all my Mary Englebright pictures for the month. I have a Mary Englebright page a day calendar, and I bought an extra one when it went on sale for $7 somewhere near the beginning of the year. I don't think it's that cheap anymore, but it somewhere went on sale. So I decided to buy a second one so that when I pre-decorate my book for the whole month, I just tore off the whole month of June already, and I cut them all up. And then I choose what I want to go on what page by what washi I have there. So let's see if we want to stick any washi on this month. I tend to script. So you get 2 pages per day in the Planner Perfect book. And yes, they only come blank with the subscription box. But If you choose your own plan book, you can choose your own plan book or journal. Your plan book comes with weekly layouts, monthly layouts, goal pages, month in review, and then the pages in between for dailies. If you choose your own plan book and design it, you can put any in between pages. So if you feel like you can't live with blank pages, you can choose lined, graph, dot grid there by designing your own. And you would just have to choose from all her prior artwork. And you couldn't get the subscription box if you wanted to not have blank pages, because right now only blank pages are offered in the subscription box. But for June, I really feel like I want to put the flip-flops on this page. I really am loving the flip-flops because of the color she used. I feel like I love that turquoise and pink color for the summer, but also just the design of the flip-flops. It's just adorable. And I'm feeling some nostalgia because last year I started scripting, trying out her method in May. And I talk about this in some of my previous Planner Perfect videos. And I will just keep decorating while I talk to you guys. I talked about this, and I have a Planner Perfect playlist here on YouTube if you want to go watch some of those videos. But where I very first started, I started just using an Erin Condren notebook, a coiled one, because I wasn't going to spend money on her box yet until, I found her and I started watching all her videos on YouTube, and many videos are also on Instagram. But if you want to check out Jenny's videos, I highly recommend going to her YouTube channel at Planner Perfect. She's very motivational. She's very Christ-centered, but I feel like you can use any of her planners or journals, even if you are not a Christian, of course, because you adapt them to your method and however you want to use them. She's just sharing with you how she uses them. But honestly, what they are blank planners and blank journals, and they can be used any and every which way. So let's see there we go, right in the middle. I am loving this adventure tape. Okay, I definitely got off track there, decorating there. What was I saying? I need someone here to keep me on track. Okay, it was how I've started scripting in the Erin Condren. Yes, that's what I was saying. And so if you are interested in trying her scripting or her journaling methods, try it out just in any notebook you have. It could be a notebook from Target. I just happen to have Erin Condren coiled notebooks and love them. And that's what I was doing my daily planning in at the time. And so I started trying it out in that. And I tried it out for May and June. And the first planner book that I bought, I only subscribed to the planner book only for my first month of July. So last July was my first plan book, July of 2020. I bought the plan book option, and it was a lighthouse, and it was so beautiful. That was a really good box. I already can't wait to see her July box this year because that was my first box, but I didn't get the whole box. I just got the plan book. And then I quickly changed my subscription to the entire box because I fell in love with having her artwork, the feel of the paper, and just having a beautiful book every month really feels like you're starting over every month, and you never know what artwork she's going to do. But like I said, it's fun to pick, your artwork off her site too. How I've been using my goals pages, and I generally have not been showing close-ups of my book once it is filled in because it just has been feeling too personal to me. But here we go. We're almost done with May. You can see. And I love to decorate my whole month because it's a gift just to have it done. And I open up the page and I don't remember how I decorated it. And it's like a gift to me to have it there. But I've been using my goals, and I've shared this. And I shared this in my 2020 planner stack video too, which is under my quarterly updates playlist, where I give a quarterly planning update where I share about this too. I would just list my goals for the month up here. And then that was like task kind of oriented goals. And then this side was generally like heart oriented goals, like those goals that stay the same every single month, that are never done, that you're constantly working on. Like, my connection with my boys and my husband, finding quiet time for myself, making sure I'm doing my scripture time and my movement. So all those goals that just better, you know, my relationships and the things that really matter most to me and my habits, those are continuing on. And I just remind myself of those every month. And then generally the other 2 goals pages, I've been using something I got from Emily P. Freeman, who does the Next Right Thing podcast, and she's also written several books. She writes, these are the days of, in her journaling. And so I just write, these are the days of, and then things that happen during the month, the smallest of things, like these are the days of Liam running to the ice cream truck when he hears it on our street. You know, these are the days of, you know, watching Harry Potter with the boys. We tend to go through that once a year. And for some reason, we always do it in the summer because that's when we have more time. Even though it seems more like a fallish movie, you know. But that's one that my oldest does not like a lot of movies now at his age and does not like to rewatch movies. It's just not his thing. But Harry Potter is one series that he will rewatch with me once a year. And so that's kind of special. So these are the days of is what I use the 2 extra goals pages for. And then you go into your weekly layouts. And I usually, what I use these for, since I use a weekly planner of my Erin Condren, I will put the big timed events on there every week. And then generally it's just kind of journaling main events for the week so I can look back and see what happened. Or I also use it as like just putting down my wins for the day because that can make me feel really good when looking back over it. What do I want to put? You know what? I haven't used the camera yet, and that's new and came in this box. I generally use the washi tape that comes in the box the most in that month's books because I feel like it just gives it a good theme for the month and it feels good with the cover. And then I throw in some of the other washies. And I generally just put a strip on the bottom of Monday and a strip on the bottom of Friday. It's just what I've been doing and it works. And so I just kind of do it. Now on my pages, I have experimented a lot with either doing washi horizontally or vertically. I prefer vertically. It just feels good when you flip your book. It's also easier because it's 1 strip instead of 4 strips. But when she has a tape that goes horizontally, you know, sometimes I do it horizontally, but sometimes I do it vertically and I just don't mind either. But this one I think I'll do, you know what? I won't do the cameras the first page because I just did cameras here and I kind of like different things to flow. So what we're going to do is decorate a few pages together so you can see how I do it. And we won't do the whole book, never, do not fear. And then I will do the pen testing. And then I will maybe time lapse myself while I decorate the rest. I don't know if I will. I did that last month. And then I think I stuck that time lapse in the video. I can't remember if I just shared it on Instagram or if I did stick it in the video. But we'll see if I do that. If not, I did last month come back though and share my completed pages all decorated and stuck that at the end of the video. And I will do that this month because I think it's fun to see how I started and then how it ended up. And then we are going to do, I'm not going to write the dates in here this time on camera because I get really messed up when I'm trying to talk and write dates. I'm not a neat handwriting person anyway, but I usually just write my date up here. I'll show you in some of my completed May pages. And I almost always use Erin Condren dual tip markers and kind of just choose the color of the page. And as you can tell, I'm not a perfectionist. I might try to do neater this month because sometimes I just want it to be neater, but I don't have any type of neat handwriting. What I did was look through all my dual tip markers and pick out one of each color that I had so that I would have one of each color in this box because, you know, many packages come with duplicates. These pens are not normally in this box. I just stuck them in here for pen testing. Those are the ones I want to pen test. So I like to write the date with the thick tip of the Erin Condren dual tip markers. I love all the different colors. I like the way it writes. So that's what I've pretty much been using for several months now in my book. This cute clip was from the Planner MB May subscription box, also with these stickers that Tara so kindly shared and gifted with me. Okay, so we're, like I said, I'm not going to date it. But then what I would do, I'm going to show you, is every page I kind of look through and I get one of each sticker sheet just to start with so I can see everything. and see what I want to go with the flip-flops. I kind of like the thought of pulling in the pink lady, you know, with the pink flip-flops up here by the date. Oh, I really love her. Look at her. Oh my goodness. I'm so all over these beach stickers since I just went to Destin. I'm so feeling them. And she often brings in, like, the seashells were from the June book last year, the June cover. And so she brings in previous art. I love that too, so that if you miss it, you know, you get new art and previous art. So I generally stick 1 to 2 stickers on every page, whatever I'm feeling like. And I am just feeling this beach trip travel thing since I just got to go to the beach, like I said. And so I'm going to put the pink camera right there. I think it goes good with the flip-flops. And this travel page makes me think of our other favorite vacation spot. We don't travel all over, you guys. So basically, the only big places we've been, besides like Lake Murray in Oklahoma, which is pretty close to us, we've gone to a little cabin there a couple times, but that's not like a super nice vacation. It's a very rustic cabin, but our boys loved that when they were little. And it's like less than 3 hours from our house. So it was just simple and affordable. But our big places to go that we've loved are Destin and Estes Park, Colorado. And we have gone back to each one of those several times. We just like to go back to places and towns we already know. My parents have been going to Estes Park for years and years. And finally, a couple years ago, we joined them. They always rent a huge, nice, beautiful house. And Estes Park, Colorado is right at the entry to Rocky Mountain National Park. So within that town, you have the entry right there, like just a couple miles from wherever you're staying. And that town is just magical, especially we've gone in the summer. So when we're having a hot Texas summer, we leave our Texas summer and it is cool there. And it is just beautiful and amazing. And I hope I can go back and join them soon, because that is truly a magical place too. The beach and the mountains and the beach, they both have my heart. Okay, so we are going to go to the next page. Oh no, because I put a Mary Go Bright picture on every page, so I'm going to show you kind of how I decide that. First of all, it's like, if it's like Father's Day or something like that, so I generally will write the dates before I add these pictures and make note, because if it's like this month, we have 3 birthdays in our family of 4, 3 are this month, and one, our anniversary is also this month. So a lot is this month, and I look through a picture that kind of goes with the color of the page, but also the feel of the page. Like, look, this is a beach picture, so this one might go on it. And so these are all the June prints for Mary Ingle Bright Page a Day calendar. It is in my Amazon store, which is linked right down here in the description. It's also linked in my IGTV. So I'm going to kind of take all the beach ones out, and like, here's the Father's Day one. I'm going to take that out. Oh, this is one of my favorites in there, that summer one. Okay. More beach. Okay. So this is one of my favorite ones in the box too. It is only possible to live happily ever after on a day-to-day basis. And just her looking at the stars with her son. Oh, these pictures just bring back such comforting feelings, since I've loved Mary Go Bright since I was like a young teenager. So I'm going to decide which beach picture I want on this page. I really like that girl. We're going to go with her. And then I just use the Scotch double-sided tape with the little, dots on it, dot roller. I'm not sure what it's called. And I just stick these down that way. And, I just see where it fits best on my page. And this page is a little bit different since the washi's at the top and the bottom, which I don't normally do. Okay, I think we're going to only do one more page together because you guys are going to get bored. And then we will do the pen testing. And then I will show my completed book. So this book's a little bit different because, like I said, I'm usually doing vertical on the sides of the page. But with these tapes all being the horizontal this month, I'm going to do some of them horizontal. Oh, you know what I think I wanted? I'm not sure. Because I tore that one off with 2 adventures and this one with 2 vans. Do I want to line them up? How do I want to do this? I'm trying to think of how it would look. If I went adventure down here and then the van up there. Okay, we'll try that. Good thing I'm not a perfectionist, right, y'all? And I love hearing from those of you who also sit and like decorate your planner or your journals while you listen to this video. I absolutely love that. That warms my heart so much. It feels like we're sitting together and decorating. And then I'm going to look and I'm going to see what I want to go on this page with the van life. I feel like we're going to bring in a camp. I love the campfire. I wouldn't even mind more of the campfires. We don't actually have campfires in Texas in the summer. I will say that. Because, and you know what? These pages are different because these are at the top instead of the sides. So I'm going to kind of place these different. Do I want to do the other campfire or do something completely different on the other side? I think I'm going to do this one. I would not mind more of these. I love these. These look like, we started collecting travel stickers a couple summers ago in Colorado. And I love it because it's something you can bring home that doesn't cost too much. And me and my youngest son each started our own sticker book in like a little Erin Condren. I used a petite planner and he used a soft bound blank page notebook, focused notebook. And we both, I'll have to remember to reshare those. I've shared them on Instagram, but with the summer coming up, I really love to collect the travel stickers because it's so affordable. It's small. You don't have to have anything to collect and junk up your house. And, you know, even if everyone in your family wanted to get a sticker, you can definitely say yes to that. Okay, so there's the adventure page. And then we look for kind of one that goes with the adventure and the color. So not only like what's going on that page, I just pick out possibilities. Oh, there's another Father's Day one. Possibilities, and then I just look and decide, what do I want to go there? Let's see what other possibilities there are. And I've already looked at, because they already have a preview on Amazon of the Page a Day calendar out for 2022, and I'm not sure I'm going to get it because I'm not sure I'm as excited about her theme. Can't remember what it is, but I wasn't sure if it was pictures that I would use a lot. And I do save these and have saved other ones from other years. Not all the years I have, but I have enough saved that I could pull from them for like a whole year. Okay, so that goes well. That goes well. I think we're going to do this one. And we're going to stick it right there. You know, I rarely stick these at the top of the page, but maybe I will at this one to be different. And maybe my date just won't go at the top of this page. I usually write my date up there and then writing starting the morning. Yeah, it just doesn't feel right. So I have done that rarely, but I just can't do it right now. Okay. And then I know I said I was only going to do 2 pages, but let's do one more. We haven't done one with the camera. Let's do this one. And then, and like I said, I usually do like to know what day I'm on, and I write the dates as I go so that if it is a holiday or someone's birthday in our family, then I can make sure to note that. So as I do decorate on my own, I will do that. I just can't do that while I'm talking to you because I messed up last month. Jenny's washi is really good. It sticks well, but whenever I put it in the creases of the page, it tries to come up, so I can't go too far there. And that's another reason why I like it vertically. I will finish decorating and I will share it with you when I'm done. The month in review, I always just write, as the month goes along, I list events or things I want to remember from that month. I don't try to remember it all at the end of the month. In the monthly layout, since I don't live by this monthly layout, since I live by my Ashley Shelley monthly layout, and this stays on an acrylic easel on my desk, I like to see my monthly at all times. So I don't actually write my monthly events anywhere else to go by them. I put timed things in my iCal, and then this is what I live by too. And So this is kind of like a wall calendar. This took over my wall calendar like 3 years ago because it's just easier to pull out of the easel, you know, and write upcoming events really easily. It's so simple to pull down and write in. And it doesn't have a lot of extra notes pages, so it's slim. This rainbow clip is from an Etsy shop, and I don't even know if she has any more rainbows in stock, but I will post the IGTV I did about that down below. If I forget, somebody remind me and put a link to her shop, because I'm sure if she had enough people asking for the rainbows, she would redo them. So here I just write as things happen during the month, things I want to remember. I kind of try to write one thing on every day that I want to remember, or if we had an event on every day, or if we had an event on that day, it goes in there. If not, it's just one small thing from our life I want to remember. Since I generally script kind of my day out the night before, that's thinking about how you want your day to go and what you want to get done, but not just what you want to get done. It's written out in sentence form, and it is saying how you want to feel. You know, how do you want to treat people in your life? Do you want to make extra time to play a game with this child or that child? So you're really scripting and thinking about those important things in your life. And then I generally journal on what's left. So that is how I have been using my planner books recently. I've used them in all different ways. I've used them for purely scripting. I've used them for purely journaling. I've used them for time stamping my day. I have used them for one side doing my to-do list for the day and one side like scripting the day. So if you look back over my Planner Perfect videos here on YouTube, you will see me using it in all those different ways. And back then I did share my pages when they were filled in. We're going to do some pin testing, and then we're going to place it in the right tin. So the way that these go, if the weeks overlap, you generally have extra pages at the end. So this month, yeah, it starts midweek. So she's gonna start the July book on this week also. And so this is an extra week. You get to choose if you stay in the June book for this week where July starts midweek, or if you flip to the July book. Some people like to do half their week in here and flip on the exact day that their month flips. I've seen Planner Perfect people do that. I personally cannot split up my week. So I always switch to the next month's book. I just like to already be in the one looking ahead. So I won't even use this week in here. So these pages can all be for pin testing. I'm going to tell you some of the pins that I've liked in here. This is it's a toothy paper. It's a 24-pound Strathmore paper, which I believe equates, I will check this and put this on the screen here, to like 68-pound text weight paper, but it's like 24-pound journaling paper. It takes all art mediums well. It takes watercolor well. Many of the Planner Perfect people, including Jenny herself, do some artwork in their books. So it's this journaling paper that's made to take all the art mediums really well. And it takes pen very well too. But what I have noticed, since it's such a toothy paper, some pens skip on it. So you really have to find what works the best for you. This is a Pentel Energel 05. See, I can't talk while I write. It's weird, in these books, I tend to like even a thicker tip, but I do like the 0.5. Pentel Energel is one of my favorite pens just overall, and it's one of my favorite pens in this book. My other very favorite pen overall, which I've been using in my Erin Condren weekly for like years, is the Uniball Signo DX 0.38. I've loved using this in my Erin Condren, but lately I've wanted to switch to the Pentel Energel in my Erin Condren, so we'll see. But this Uniball is a very thin one. This is the Signo DX. All these are bought off Amazon, 0.38. And this writes well in here too, but if I was gonna use a Uniball Signo in here, I would switch to a thicker tip. Definitely a 0.5 or a 0.7, because like I said, the paper just with the tooth. I'm gonna zoom in while I'm doing this pen test for you guys. Okay, the Sharpie S Gel. So these are like my two favorite probably pens overall. And I change the tip based on what paper I write in, you know, the point of it, but just love those pens. The Sharpie S Gel, this is a 0.7. It's the only one I have. I don't have a 0.5. I can't write neat with this pen on almost any paper, and especially not this one. It just seems too I don't know, too flowy and too much ink. I feel like I don't have a lot of control with the S-Gel. I just don't feel like it works great on this paper personally. The Pilot G207, this one just, it's having a hard time getting started. It's not her paper. I must have just picked one out of my pen testing box that I haven't used in a long time. There, it started flowing. This one, I feel like I have much more control over, and I actually have used in my Planner Perfect before. So the Pilot G207, I like in my Planner Perfect too, but my favorite one is Pentel Energel, the 05 or the 07. And I would also use a Uniball 05 or 07, but I don't even have an 07, I don't think. I have an 05. And the Pilot G205, I feel like I have more control to make it look better. But for some reason, with this really toothy paper, I just like how the thicker tip feels writing on it. This is a Tool 5 pin, and I just feel like it's a bit thin for this paper. And I would use an 07 on this paper if I was using a Tool. Here is a Pentel Energel 07 so that we can compare up here to the Pentel Energel 5. I'll write it up here. Probably my favorite pen in here recently is the Pentel Energel 07. This one. I would also like to get a Uniball 07 to try in here and try my 05 more. I'm going to do that more this month because I haven't. This is generally the pen I grab. I also like Papermate Flares in here, and you can because it really works well with this paper, and I feel like I can write more neatly with it on this paper, whereas the flowy pens, the gel pens, I have a little bit more trouble. And these, you know, Papermate Flares come in all the different colors. I have a pen cup out here. Mine are kind of old though, so they're running out of ink. So if I really wanted to use those, I probably need to buy a new fresh set. Sorry, you guys, I'm knocking everything off my desk getting that. I would say I also love the Papermate Flare on this paper. So the Uniball Signo DX, but I would go the higher point, the Pentel Energel, and the Papermate Flare. Love these on this paper. I will show you the EC dual tip, and this is the smaller tip on the end of this. This is a 0.6, I believe they say on their website. And I like this too. I don't know why I don't remember to grab these more. They're a lot like the Papermate Flare, except the Papermate Flare is a little bit thicker. I find it, I do like this better. And I do write all my dates in the EC dual tip, the thick end, the marker end. And so I really do like that. What else did I grab? Oh yeah, this is a very inky Uniball Air. I don't really like it in this book at all. It grabs onto every little bump in the page. But it is a very inky, like thick tip pen. I don't have the tip on here, but I bet it's like a 1.0. I just got them off Amazon to try one time when Tara had it in her cloth and paper pen subscription box. Then the beloved, lots of people love this pen, Papermate Inkjoy, a 0.5. I actually like the Papermate Inkjoy on a lot of paper, but on this paper, this tip is just way too thin for me. I feel like the tooth of the paper kind of stops it from flowing. So although it looks good, I would definitely try the Inkjoy in an 07, which I don't have if I was writing with it on this paper. Okay, and the last two I brought to try are the Pilot Precise. And this is the clicker, but you know, they come with the lids too, like the Emily Lay pen sets. But this is a 5. And that's a bit thin for me on this paper too. It just doesn't. This paper with all the tooth seems to, I want a more inky, thicker tipped pen to feel the flow right, to feel like the paper's not grabbing my pen, you know, to not feel friction when you're writing. And so I would not use this one. I would try the 07. The Sarasa Dry 05, this is an inkier pen. This is an inkier 05. So you know how every 05 is different? This is much inkier. I actually like this one on this paper too. This is probably, I only have this one pen, but I would probably like an 07 of this on this paper too. So I actually really like this one. And I know my sister Molly, this is one of her favorite pens on like all planner papers. This is also a fave. So the Sarasa Dry, the thing about that, it dries fast and you can highlight right over it. Pentel Energel, also you can highlight right over on things. Here, we'll do some highlighting because I haven't actually tried highlighting on this paper. I have tried it in my Erin Condren. So the Sarasa, we just wrote with the Sarasa Dry. See, it did well. And Pentel Energel always does well too with highlighting on any paper. See, right after I write it. Did perfect. So those two pens I would recommend for highlighting over, and I love them in here. The Uniball Signo DX, I don't have as much luck with highlighting, unfortunately. Let's see what it does on this particular paper, because every paper really is different. Yeah, see, it smears, Uniball. Really, the Sarasa Dry and the Pentel Energel are always the ones that I know I can highlight over. Let's try the Inkjoy. I don't even know if I'm in screen, you guys. Inkjoy did pretty well, honestly. And the Flare, I'm not sure how that's gonna do. Yeah, totally smears, so no. I don't actually do a lot of highlighting in my Planner Perfect, but in case you do, my friend Tara loves to highlight over, like, because she scripts out, you know, her day and sentences and tasks to do, and she likes to highlight over when she's done a task, which I love the idea of, and you can look over and see how much highlighting you have in your day. But I do my task list just in my daily notebook, which I've shared in my quarterly planning updates. So if you want to see my personal planning, I share all about that every quarter in a quarterly planning update, and that's a whole playlist here on my channel. I will try to remember to link that down below. If I don't remember and somebody's looking for it, let me know and I will link it. All right, so the pen test, and then we're gonna see what cover we're gonna go in. That's gonna be wrap us up for this. You guys, thanks for coming along with me on these videos because they're honestly really fun for me to do. I don't have to learn any planner specs or make sure I tell you all the right things. It's just, you know, what I'm loving and enjoying right now. For this month's books, because I like to switch every month, I didn't want to stay in cocoa, although I think this would look beautiful in cocoa. These actually would go really well in cocoa, but like I said, I kind of love to switch every month because it feels very fresh. I thought we would look at them, let's see, in the green. And while it goes really well with green because of this beautiful cover for the Let's Go on Adventure in your journal, and your journal is just completely blank pages in your subscription box. If you want to pick out your own journal off her site, you can choose what pages go in it. This is like a darker green kind of, and I feel like this is a lighter green. I love the feel of jade though of this cover, and blues always go with greens, but you guys, I have a feeling just because of this girl, she looks so good with the rose gold. I'm going with the rose gold this month. I am going with the rose gold. Jenny is coming out with new covers, and one of them is like a blush pink, and I have always loved like ballet slipper pink, and it would look so good with this girl. And that is one that I really want to get to add to my collection. I usually put my journal first. I would rather see this girl first, but for writing ease. So I don't like to take out my journal, my plan book, I mean. Sorry, I'm calling it the wrong thing. I don't like to take out my plan book to write in it. And for me, the easiest place to write in it is always in the middle. And then I put my list book last. So although there are 4 bands, I only keep 3 books in mine. And I love the way that the fronts and the backs are equally decorated because when you flip in your TN, the back matters as much as the front. I always say that. And I love when she really carries her artwork over to the back. I mean, that is a cute luggage print, totally, but I would have loved it if just the beach was carried over to the back. You know, like the ocean, it doesn't even have to be the girl, but if just that ocean painting was carried over to the back, oh, I would have loved that. We're set up for June, and you can see how each month has a completely different look. So it makes you feel like you're getting a new planner every single month. Okay, now I have finished decorating, so I'm gonna do just a flip through of it all decorated before I write in it. Since I have shared that since recently, I haven't wanted to share all my pages close up once they are all written in. But I usually stick one of the Miracle Bright pictures there up front, and the Planner Perfect little logo sticker always has like something from that month on there. And so I put one of each so I can remember like kind of her theme for that month. I put one in the front, one in the back. And oh, before we flip through, I just remembered that I never showed you the back of the page after our pen testing. So all our pen testing, here is the back of the paper. And I think it handles art mediums and pen really well. Nothing bleeds through, even watercoloring. But you know, you have some normal ghosting, but it is really nice, beautiful paper to work on. And the ghosting has never seemed extreme to me or bothered me at all. Like, it's pretty much the same as all the other planners I use. Let me know all your thoughts down below. Let me know if you were decorating your planner or journal while you watched this video. Let me know, what is your like decorating routine? Do you decorate like a planner once a week? And what is it that you're decorating, or a journal? Or are you one of the odd ones that does the whole month at once? And like, I sticker my weekly Erin Condren, you know, for the year one time. I sticker it once. I have a whole YouTube video about that. For the whole year I do that. Let me hear it all down in the comments. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care of yourself, take care of others, and we'll see you next time.